instead of on beat.
Okay. So, and is that based on his heart condition? Is that why he's currently in the hospital section of the jail?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you believe that Tracy is a danger or safety threat to the community?
No, ma'am.
Pastor Lindstrom.
Now proceed. Now proceed. Okay. Good morning, Ms. Griffin.
Good morning, ma'am.
How are you?
I'm good.
Okay. I know that this has been a lot for your family.
Yes, ma'am, it has.
I'm going to ask you some questions. If there's something you don't understand, please let me know.
Yes,
Okay?
yes, ma'am.
Now, Ms. Griffin, Tracy is your nephew through your sister.
Yes,
who's
ma'am.
deceased. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, she passed back in what, 2020?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. And since that time in 2020, Tracy hasn't always lived with you, correct?
No, ma'am.
He was living with his father,
Yes,
is that
ma'am.
right?
Yes, ma'am.
And he's present here today?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. And so when he was living kind of in the southern sector of Dallas, he was zoned to Roosevelt High School, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And he actually attended Roosevelt High School, is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
And you're well aware of the issues that I guess kind of transpired while he was at Roosevelt High School, is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
And what I mean, just to be clear for the court to understand, is that he had an assault or was charged with assault back when he was at Career Institute High School. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And he was in fact he went through the Juvenile Justice Center at the time. Is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
And he was then placed on 6 months probation. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And he in fact did complete that probation. Correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, but after that specific assault, that wasn't his only time and trouble that he's been in. Is that fair to say?
That's the only thing that I know of.
Okay. That's the only thing as far as a criminal offense that you know of. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
However, you all have had some issues within your family. Is that correct?
No, ma'am.
Never had any issues within your family where Tracy was involved?
No, ma'am.
Any situations in which guns have been pulled out on either his father or his uncle that you're aware of?
No, ma'am.
And you're not aware of it, or it didn't happen?
I'm not aware of it.
Okay. So if there were police reports that indicate that Tracy would have pulled out a weapon on either his father or his uncle, you're just not aware of it. You're not saying that it didn't happen, correct?
I don't think that it happened, but
Okay.
if so, I'm not aware of it.
All right. So if it did happen, you're just not aware of it?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. At some point, was he living with his father?
Yes, ma'am.
And in fact, he was living with his father up until you took him in. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
He was kicked out of his father's house. Is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Why was he kicked out of his father's house?
I'm not sure.
All right. At some point,
How did you?
come together as a family and have conversations
Yeah.
as to
What kind of shit is this?
you would be taking Tracy in, but knowing whether or not something happened in his father's house before you accept him in your house with 4
Right.
kids.
No, ma'am.
All right. So basically, you know he gets kicked out of his father's house and then he just comes to live with you.
I felt like it was like an ego thing, like between guys.
Okay. But you didn't have a conversation with anyone, correct?
Tracy, I did.
All right. You had a conversation with Tracy about what happened.
Yes, ma'am.
Did he mention any weapons or any fighting or any of those things? Any assaultive behavior? Was any of that mentioned?
No, ma'am.
All right. At some point, when all of this transpired on April 15th, now I know that you testified on direct that you and your family were getting direct threats.
Yes,
Is that
ma'am.
correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Were those threats coming directly to your phone?
My daughters.
Okay. They were coming to your daughter's phone.
Yes, ma'am.
And at that point, what time did these threats start?
Those threats started a couple hours after the shooting.
Okay, so not before the shooting, correct?
No, ma'am.
All right. So prior to this, prior to Tracy going into a DISD school district, there were no threats to you or your family that you are aware of.
No,
Is
ma'am.
that correct?
Yes.
Because he's claiming he was doing.
The threats that you're talking about came after this shooting happened.
The ones that were directly to my family, yes.
All right. Now,
Well, she's testifying.
when and you were in contact with Tracy when everything took place, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. How soon after the shooting did he call you?
A few minutes,
All
20
right.
minutes or so.
And as soon as he told you what he did, because I'm assuming he did tell you that he had shot at individuals, is that correct?
No, ma'am.
He didn't tell you what happened?
No, ma'am.
What did he say to you?
He said that, Amy, they're going to have to kill me. They're going to kill me. That's all that he killed.
They're going to have to kill you. There was no specifics as to who they was or there
No,
was, correct?
That's all he said.
All right. And at that time, did you notify the police?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And when you notified the police, did you make arrangements immediately to try to get Tracy to turn himself in?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Do you know whose vehicle he had when he drove to the school?
His mom's.
Okay. So that was his mom's vehicle that I assume that he's been driving for a while. Is that correct?
No, ma'am.
When did he start driving it?
He had started practicing in it because he has driving school about 3 or 4 months ago.
I forgot who the lady is testing.
Did Tracy
His
go to
mother.
school?
Oh, his.
All right. When he went to school, because I'm assuming that you've seen the video, did he have on that same outfit when he left?
His aunt. Thank you, guys. Sorry, I misread that.
For bond, we're getting the details of the actual case.
That's his aunt. Okay.
We're here about bond, not about whether or not he went to school that morning, whether he changed clothes. We are here about the bond, not about the facts. We're getting too detailed in the facts. We're not a trial lawyer.
Judge, I believe that they opened the door specifically asking about what information that he had spoken with this witness about. Number two, I think that whether or not he went to school prior to goes directly to kind of his mindset and the propensity of violence, which is relevant in setting a bond or specifically trying to reduce the bond. So that's what we're trying to establish.
Right. Objection sustained. Let's move on.
Thank you. And so at this point, at some point, he did make a phone call to you afterwards. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Were you aware that that vehicle broke down?
No, ma'am.
All right. At what point did you have conversations with him again prior to you all, I guess, turning him in at 9 p.m. that night?
Right before we turned him in.
All right. So from 1 o'clock, let's say 1:30 till what, 8:30, you had no contact with him. Is
No,
that
ma'am.
correct?
That's correct.
However, you were trying to get in contact with him. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And you yourself were in contact with the police, but Tracy was not, correct?
I don't know what Tracy was.
Okay. But you were calling him. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Phone was going straight to voicemail?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So at some point for 7 hours, he was not able to be reached by his family.
By me.
By, well, you're a part of his family,
Yes,
correct? All right. And you all have tons of family support, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Here in the community have always had this type of support for Tracy, is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Also, one other thing, I think on direct, it was mentioned about the video, and you've seen the surveillance video that's been all over, I guess, the media, is that correct?
I've seen some parts.
Some parts.
Yes,
Did
ma'am.
you also see the Instagram post that he made?
No, ma'am.
All right. Have you heard about the Instagram post that he made?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Do you know who was filming that post?
No, ma'am.
Ooh.
All right.
Yeah, it was filmed.
Named Tracy
I'll
Haynes
show
from
one
out of
more time.
Dallas, Texas. Went
Oh, and if you guys could help me out with the like button, please. I thought I had notifications. I guess I didn't. Let me see. I don't think I actually should
to and open fire on some kids we got into it with and say threatened his life. Let's check the video out.
Love all my peoples, man. Told me he was gonna kill me. All these told me they was gonna kill me. Look what happened. I love my Sandra. I love the behind this camera. I love Yana. I love my nieces and nephews. All of them. I want everybody to know I love them. People named that I didn't name, trust me, I love you. I can't think right now, but I love y'all. This is my last time fuck around be seeing y'all. Last time talking to y'all, excuse my language, but I love y'all. I know I was wrong for what I did, but I didn't want to do it, but I had to do it. I'll be damned if one of us get buried again. I'm tired of us getting buried and nobody doing shit about it. My mama gone, my granny gone, everybody gone that I love. So I can't go. I'd rather y'all see me like this, locked up, than y'all see me dead in the ground. And I know that's really what y'all, come on now. I know y'all don't want to see me dead. Come on now. Myself, but I know that's not what y'all want me to do. So let's be for real, y'all. I love y'all.
So
Do you know which vehicle he would have been in?
No, ma'am.
All right, so is it your understanding that that post would have been made within that 7 hours of time period at some point when you were unable to get in contact with him?
I'm not sure when it was made.
Okay. You just know that it was after the officer?
I'm not sure when it was made.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I'll pass the witness.
Nothing further, Your Honor.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Next witness.
Christian Davis.
Got another witness. Let's do the next one.
And you swear affirm that the evidence you're giving is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes, sir.
Proceed.
Ms. Davis, please state and spell your name for the record.
Lucretia Chantel Davis, L.A., capital C, R-I-S-H-A-S-H-A-N-T-A-L-E, last name Davis, D-A-V-I-S.
And Ms. Davis, what is your current occupation?
Mortgage real estate investor.
And are you also a behavior analyst?
Yes, ma'am.
How long have you been a real estate investor?
For 25 years.
How long have you been a behavior analyst?
For 3 years.
What is your relation to Tracy?
I'm his cousin, but he calls me Aunt Krisha. So I'm his Aunt Krisha. His mom and I grew up as cousins, but sisters, so we were sister cousins.
Okay. And do you reside in the Dallas-Fort Worth area?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And how long have you lived in the Dallas-Fort Worth area?
All of my life.
Okay. And how long has Tracy lived in the Dallas-Fort Worth area?
All of his life.
Does basically like your entire family live in the Dallas-Fort Worth area?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, Tracy currently attends